How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more. We're all here in MTG Arena today. Free mulligan. Today is the release of Foundations, as you might have guessed by the commander. I am excited, but also I have not looked at any of the Foundation cards, so I'm a little overwhelmed. But I ended up getting somewhat far ahead in my recordings, which meant I've been on a bit of a hiatus from Arena for not quite a week, but close to it, closer than I generally get. Uh, and I've tried to keep up on quests somewhat, but not great. As a result, when I finished the recording that I had during my last batch, I didn't play anything. You see, I was trying to get him to play Mana Rock into my Reclamation Sage because it's kind of not great as a 2/1 for 3 mana, but if it can snipe something, a little bit better. Um, yeah, I recorded a bunch, and then I realized that Foundation was coming out, and so I kind of chilled out on the recording because I didn't know exactly when my, at the time exactly when Foundations was releasing on Arena, because it's been fluctuating over the past few set releases. Like a year ago on Arena, the sets would release around pre-release time, and now they release after the pre-release. Uh, Baleful Strix. Oh, that's not good for me. Let's see if our opponent. Never mind. Let's see if our opponent's trading. But no, we didn't. We didn't get that, and we didn't get auto pass after we cast that. What? Let's see. Let's see if they're willing to trade. This doesn't help with that, unfortunately, but might help us find more lands, which we need desperately. Um, no damage, Baleful Strix. I don't want to lose my guy. But I will draw a card. I kind of rate this common, but I kind of don't rate it too, or uncommon, because Morbid, easy enough to trigger. Gaining 2 life or drawing a card and losing 1 life, valuable effects in the right context, right? But the issue is with 4 mana, it's a little steep, And it is a 3/4, so like it's relatively on curve, a little under the average, but it's not a 2/1 for 3, right? Like it is more in line with modern card stats than we got a victory. We started out with Elves because I'm kind of confident in my ability to play Elves, and when you I don't know, Magic I feel like is one of those game/skills that become rusty really fast, right? Like if you haven't played Magic in a while, it's this really starts to degrade on your mind. And 3 or 4 days might not seem like much, but it can be quite bad. I'm suggesting you play Magic every day because that would be ill advised, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should play Magic every day. As somebody that makes Magic content, I suppose I would probably be more of the person to play Magic every day than random people that might want to watch some Magic be played every day. At the same time, I definitely do not play Magic every day. Uh, but today I record what's necessary, finish my quests, and then go on to other things that has to be done, right? But skill, I don't know, does that hurt my overall skill? Maybe. Can't say for sure. We'll get down our 2-3 with uh Menace. Menace is a good way to Vanja comes with Trample, right? So we're gonna have a rough time. I'm gonna grab my Overgrown Tomb tapped, just in case we run into the old triple green spell threat. I'm gonna have to get to like 10 elves. Actually get some value out of Lathril, so we might even get to see the new damage mechanic in this video, hopefully. I kind of doubt it, honestly, but you never know. What am I doing? So this is at minimum a trade. Yeah, so we're gonna get to see how damage works. Resolve. And I guess it works like this now, which is a form of neat, I suppose. Draw a card. I still don't understand it. I will in time when I get to play around with it more. But I've tested decks today, and this is the only deck where it came up, and it didn't come up frequently enough because what tends to happen in the elf matches is that you get a critical mass of elves, and boom, right? Like you play a Critter Hoof, and then suddenly, ah, opponent didn't have to be like this. Give me your instep. Uh huh. I guess I play Beast Whisperer just because he is the goodest of boys. He is card draw in a card draw starved deck. And then I'll play that artifact. Boy, blind obedience. What an annoyance. I think this is the point where we lose, if I'm being honest. Generally speaking, when Avanja goes unchecked for a turn, you end up on the precipice of losing the game, right? Yeah. Now I don't have the damage to actually block. No block. If we draw a land, we might be... Well, I mean, that is also basically a land. Like, this deck's plan is gas. It is not a... Guess we keep it. Llanowar Elves from our opponent, and then from us, we don't really have much, I don't think. Yeah, sure. Sword still works. That gets around the One Ring, right? And that is scary. But it's very slow. So you don't have to worry too much about that. So the bin just isn't good enough, I don't think. We have to risk it on the march. Okay. I mean, this isn't gonna do it. I don't think. No, no. We have petered out. Vanja has taken our win. That's fine. That's kind of how you expect Vanja to work, I guess. Nothing went wrong there. Uh, our matchup just didn't play out as we might have liked it to, right? Because we're a more aggressive build of Elves. We're not running Deluge or Damnation, even though we probably should. But it's unnecessary if you count to 8 quick enough, right? Like the quintessence, the very essence of green based decks is that if you count to a high enough number in mana, you can win through sheer power, right? And having interruptions in there, in theory, isn't worth it. I'm gonna keep this just because this deck has scared me in the past, where I threw away a hand that was lands and spells, and then the deck rewarded me with a 2-lander that didn't go anywhere. So, not a great hand, but I'd rather have not a great hand than a non-game. We're gonna get down the Marwyn first because if she survives, which is unlikely, but could happen. We meet opponent. Hmm. I mean, this should be a good. Why, Arena? Oh, you disappoint me so much sometimes. I should have never trusted you, Auto Tapper. I haven't run into that yet. I think in my sample size of games is like 3 or 4, right? So having a Marwyn on the field and a Painland hasn't come up yet, so can't rightly say. Hey, you behave. Behave, deck. Uh-huh. Guess we're just gonna try to ramp off of our opponent. Need one more turn for the hoof. I mean, we've successfully counted to 8. Like this is the idea. The white deck can, like, if they wrath right now, we're screwed. But if they don't, we probably just win. And I think that's where we're at. I think we just win now. Life gain. I have faced you in historic many times, and just let me tell you, this is always how this was gonna go. I mean, that should be around 40 damage. Yep, GG. And I think we'll end it off there. I got a couple more videos to record, and this is slated to be the most successful, so I guess we'll leave it while it is actually the most successful so far. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Always appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.